go, I release, and I know I forgive, I receive, I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, I know. To push, no need to try, no need to worry or question why. Surrender, let go, release, and know.
Sister Jenna is one of the purest, most sublime spirits I've encountered. Gentle voice, gentle sound, but booming spirit. She makes life more graspable. I listen to her, I see and sense and say to her and about her. She's a woman of good, a woman of God, a woman of elevated consciousness. I'm so glad to be a part of your life and that you are a part of mine and that we are all together a part of each other's. Peace and blessing.
Hello everyone, I'm Sister Jenna. A few years ago I had a vision. The vision was comprised of witnessing members of Congress really going through a very tumultuous time. I had envisioned that within the walls of Congress there were questions about trust between themselves, but there was also the question of trust with Americans and the leadership of the country. So I went about to search for members of Congress who would be open to share with me the depths of their heart, what was at the base of their conscience. And I came across some of the most beautiful people that I walked away with this experience that our country is in good hands. Here we are many years later, maybe about 4 or 5 years later, after I had actually initially recorded Soul Talk on the Hill. And we're witnessing stuff that we have never seen in the United States of America. Trust within the walls of the United States Congress is at the all-time lowest it has ever been. As you know, just a few weeks ago, there were riots on the Capitol Hill. It was an insurrection. There were a lot of people hurt emotionally, mentally, physically. Soul Talk on the Hill invites me into the walls of the halls of Capitol Hill to sit and have a heart-to-heart conversation with members of Congress about what matters to them the most, what's at the base of their heart, their character, the content of their deepest, most innermost feelings. Never before has there been a meditation expert or an emotional wellness expert or even a yogi soul, however you want to put me in whatever label you want to. But there's never been someone like me that's been given the trust and the honor to enter into the walls of Capitol Hill and have a heart-to-heart conversation with our congressional leaders. What I love about Soul Talk on the Hill, it makes us see them for who they really are. Put aside all the political jargon that goes on. We get to see really who are the people that are creating our policies, voting for our rights. These are good people. And given the opportunity to really speak from the depths of their heart, the country, our cities, our districts will continue to keep thriving. As See Good TV re-releases this season of Soul Talk on the Hill, it is my pure wish that you sit back and relax and enjoy each of the episodes. Just go into the content, the questions, their expressions. You learn a lot about these people. They're good people. For anyone right now, it's a hard time. Globally, in the United States, it might be even more so, one of the hardest times it has ever endured. But I know that we will prevail, and I know that we will succeed. Soul Talk on the Hill is to invite you to give our congressional members a second chance, to begin to find ways to communicate with them from matters of the heart and not matters of the political spectrum. What's more important than anything is what is the need of the time internally, and how does my conscience and my heart find peace in my choices? Soul Talk on the Hill asks important questions, and the congressional leaders gave very profound answers. If you've got any comments or anything you'd like to share, please feel free to let us know. We would love to hear your feedback. Soul Talk on the Hill is not endorsing any political parties or any candidate. It is simply having a heart-to-heart conversation with those who gave me the permission to come into the sacredness of their office and delve into their hearts. Enjoy Soul Talk on the Hill. Be well. Be safe. God bless you. Please, take care of yourselves. Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to your next normal, your evening relaxation, your moment to make a nice cup of herb tea with maybe some scones or cupcake or muffin, or prepare a nice meal with love and just settle in and think about life. Think about life, where you're going with it, how is it going for you? I did a meeting tonight, and when I was done with this session, I was saying to myself, it's so weird, the world today. You know, you get on all these sessions or Zoom programs, and the people who are organizing it, they're really intoxicated, and everyone's excited to do this and to do that. And I mean, even we are thinking about what our next programming will be, and we're wondering what next, you know, and we're thinking like silence is what's next. And, you know, we're looking at everything, and you say to yourself, like, what is all of this about? You know, how could we have been this society or this culture of people that would be like, I have a deadline, I have to catch this flight, oh, I have to go here, and, you know, 100 people are coming over, so we have to cook for everyone. Or, oh, you heard so-and-so's coming over, oh gosh, you know, don't put them next to my table. You know, all those things now, nobody has those issues as such anymore. It's like people are now using the pandemic as a pretty good reason why, oh, I would love to come over, but you know, the pandemic, I don't want to risk anyone's health. And I know it. I mean, I know who is really just playing it. Like, look, I'm comfortable where I am. I think you're good. I like you, but I'm so much better off just where I am. I don't need to come over. Plus, I don't see you guys wearing your mask. You know, everybody makes an excuse. But I think if we dig deeper and deeper too, I mean, people use it as also an escape for really not wanting to be with each other. And that's something that I've been very concerned about observing, how much we are letting go, and maybe we have to do that. Maybe we have to sort of, what they say, throw in the towel and just give in to whatever is going on and just wait, you know, and do whatever you can and manage with whatever you have. And so when you're traveling on your journey of life and you're trying to understand it, do you even know who you are? I mean, do we? It's like, I'll tell you a story. One day, many years ago, two sisters had visited me from Germany, and they're of Persian origin. And they stayed a night because of something and whatever. And they goes, gosh, we really would love for you to come to Germany. You must visit us. It would be so great to have you. And in my mind and then in my words, I just looked at them with love. I go, oh, it would be nice, but honestly, I'm pretty sure I have no karmas with Germany. Would you believe that next year my flight was rerouted and I ended up in Frankfurt, Germany? This is a true story. And they had to pick me up, and I was like, how in the world did I end up in Germany? There was no interest here. And it turns out that even one of the German sisters, who you all might have met in the past with some of our programs, Sister Gudrun, ends up to be such a good friend of ours, and she ends up staying here. And we will talk about Germany, and she speaks in German, and I'm like, what is that? I thought I had no karmas with Germany, and yet I realized that I did. The point that I'm making is that sometimes you think you know yourself. Sometimes you might watch yourself in your marriages or at work, and you might say, oh, I just, you know, you do the vacuum, I'll do the dishes. You know I don't know how to vacuum. And it's nothing to do with you don't know how to vacuum. What it really is, honestly, I don't really like vacuuming. It's two different things. It's like we don't know ourselves because sometimes we just haven't listened enough. And the soul is thirsting to hear itself. It's so accustomed to hearing all the noise that comes from the attachment to your gender, your features, your religion, your role, your titles, your language, your nationality. Imagine that's what you hear over and over and over again in your head. And then the soul is asking you for inner silence, so the soul can actually see itself and then think from that place. I mean, wouldn't that be sweet? And wouldn't that really be the cure? Why in the world are people fighting with each other? It's a lack of inner stillness and lack of silence. It's a lack of being able to feel who you really are, because all that fighting and complaining and judging and criticizing and stealing and cheating from each other, that's just a bunch of people who have just forgotten who they are. And because they forgot who they are, then their actions are going to show, though you don't know who you are. I remembered an old movie, one of my favorite movies when I was a teenager. It was titled Roman Holiday. How many of you remember that movie with Audrey Hepburn? Such a wonderful black and white movie. And the story goes like this. Audrey Hepburn was a princess in a palace, and she was so bored with life. And she used to look through her palatial windows at the commoners outside over the bridge from the palace, and she would just go, they seem to have so much fun. Whereas every night, her lady who would come to take care of her got her dress, gave her her tea, her snacks, put her to bed, combed her hair, and she's like, oh, it's so frustrating. One night she decides to escape from the palace, and she spent a whole day out on the streets, and she ended up, I think it was with Cary Grant, and she ended up with a journalist that played the role. He was a journalist, was played by Cary Grant. And they ended up having a whole day of fun. She smoked a cigarette, which she'd never had before. She drank, she had a cup of coffee, she went dancing on the bar, she ended up in a fight. And all of that happened in one night. Until she went back to the apartment and she wanted to cook, and the poor guy had nothing in the house to cook, and she was like, you like that way? And she was like, I would love to cook, but I don't get a chance to cook. I would love to. But at the end of the day, she's listening to a radio station news, and the radio news says Princess Anna is still sick, and unfortunately we've not been able to get her right now. And at that moment, she just knew she had to make a decision. Do I decide to go with this love that I have found, or do I go to my responsibilities in running my country? So she chose love of country. And when she went back to the palace, everybody was frantic. What has happened? Where are you? But that day of experience grew her up. And somehow she kind of stood tall, and she looked at everyone and she commanded them, don't ask me where I've been. Go here. Tomorrow I'll be at my first meeting. Whereas before that she was like a kid, immature, kicking, fighting. But that experience had given her the understanding of who she is. And she realized that she's a princess of a country that needed her leadership. So the next day there was a press meeting, and guess who showed up? Cary Grant, who knew she was a prince and was trying to get this big story on her, but he couldn't do it because he had also ended up respecting and liking her. But there was a story that I had missed, and why I'm telling you this story, it's really important. She was no longer in her princess role. I'm going to backtrack a little bit because I missed the real important part I wanted to tell you. So she was no longer in her princess robe, and when she was out on the streets, guess what happened? Everyone still treated her as if she was a princess. You know, she had bumped into a guy and gave her flowers. There were some that says, no, don't pay, please. You know, this is my gift to you. They were still treating her like a princess, even though she was nowhere in that capacity and nobody knew who she was. But her energy and her fragrance as a person still commanded that. I tell you this story because why our show together, or our time to meditate together, or staying in good company, inspiring people, studying things, living a purposeful life is so important, is that even if your role gets taken away from you, that vibration should still be in you. Like if you can understand who you are and you can understand your journey, then you won't forget who you really are at the core. So if you accept, I really am this immortal, eternal, imperishable, pure, and powerful Atma, soul, then can anything on the outside make me forget that? I mean, as much as she went wild and did all these things for a day, remember, she wanted to experience what it was like to live a common life. And she did. And she loved it. But her role of responsibility was so much more stronger in her personality. So the next, I'm going to go forward now to when they had the press meeting, just to finish off the story. And she comes out as the princess that she is. And the whole press is there, and they're in the palace. And Cary Grant, who was with her the whole time, he's watching and he's looking, but she didn't know that he was a journalist. So she kept her power because she knew who she was. In other words, she could have crumbled and went, oh my gosh, he knows everything about me, everything that I did yesterday. But she came out. She says, I know who I am. And she walked down and she met all of the journalists one by one. And as she went by Cary Grant and she looked at him, pleasure to meet you. And as she went to the next journalist, she was like sending her good wishes to him, but she knew that that was wonderful, but I'm not there anymore. And she moved on to her role. She knew who she was. And there are times that we make decisions that it kind of makes us wonder, who was that just said that? Who was that just did that? There are times when I might have kind of lost my virtues and I didn't show it with Sister Gita. And if and when that scene emerges in my life, like I come back at myself and I go, but that's not you. Let alone the fact that as sweetly as I will talk to her and say, don't do that, please just pick this up, it'll be fine, just get this going. And she's like, and then I said, no, look, you want to go to Miami? Come, just if you put all of those together, I'll take you to Miami. She's like not listening at all, right? And then I go, you want to go to Miami or not? She goes, yeah. Okay, so pick that up. And then she picks it up and I go, why do you want me to do this to you when you can hear me when I'm being so respectful and so sweet? She's still in her own space, right? But when I have to do that, I do it because I can't get it out of her. Like I do that, it's almost like I have to shake her up, which I'm not doing physically. But it's like, come on. But then when I do it, I have to check, from what place am I doing this? Because I know who I am. I know that I respect people. I know that I have my own self-respect. I know that I respect my elders especially, because I know that when I grow older, I want to be respected by the younger ones. You all hear me out there? All you young ones. So you have to know your journey in life is all about what you're putting in it now. The ingredients and the pure energy. And with the program that I did today, I was telling brothers, I go, what is this, You speak on this thing, you speak to 1 million people, you come off and then you go and you make a cup of tea. And then you sit down and you go and look in the window and what is this? How do you grow? And then I was realizing, which I continuously keep observing, the real purpose of our existence now is to be pure-hearted. That's it. That's it. You want to understand life and you want to know why you're here and what the journey's about, just be pure-hearted. nothing else. Let's take a moment and look at a video that I like a lot about the who am I concept. And, for you to understand that your soul is on a journey and it's a very powerful entity. It's an eternal entity. And so what am I putting in it? What are the emotions? What are the feelings? What are the images? What are the words? What are the sounds? What are you putting in you? What are you recording? Enjoy this video.
Who am I? Am I just this body? When I look into a mirror, what am I looking at? Is that me? Is there more to me than my physical image? When I introduce myself to others, how do I let them know who I am? I may start with my name, my occupation, my relationships, my age, my address, and other descriptions about my life. But these are all physical things. These are all external descriptions of me. Is there more to me than this? Who am I? What is my spiritual identity? My spiritual identity. My eternal identity is soul. I am a soul. A being of energy. My appearance is like a tiny star, a radiant being of pure energy. I imagine myself free from all the influences of my daily life for a moment, floating, free as a star, pure, vibrant, radiant energy. I am a being of peace. Not just a momentary absence of disturbances, but a very real and permanent peace. Within my nature of peace, I also find love. Not the temporary love of passing phases, but a deep sense of self-respect and compassion. I reconnect with my spiritual identity, with my true nature of peace and love. Gently, I sense that I'm sitting inside this body. My energy returns. And I know who I am.
that story on Who Am I? Did you get a little bit more clarity? So, more than anything else, the energy sitting behind your eye or your eyes, it's you. That little infinitesimal light has a recording of so many things you have felt. And everything you have felt and have been through or planning to go through, it's all in there. It's that little energy that says, go here. That little energy that says, don't go here. That little energy says, get married to that person. That little energy says, don't get married. Don't even think about it. That energy will say, have a child. That other energy will say, don't even have one. It's too. We were laughing the other day, and I was telling everyone, I intentionally chose not to have children. And then it's like I have Happy, and then I have Sister Geeta, and then sometimes Santosh, And I was like, wow, what is it like for mothers to give of themselves to these souls in this way? So let's say like you're in a relationship or you're working with a partner, there's a kind of an understanding. Look, this is my boundary and this is my space. This is yours and that's yours, and we can cohabitate and do something together, but I don't have to be forced to do something because you're not coherent or you're not able to understand what left is or what no is or what yes is, And I was just saying, I guess maybe the soul has to have that experience in this lifetime. So why it's important to understand the journey of life or know who you are and deal with all the ups and downs that life offers you and all the ins and outs and all the victories and the defeats is that the soul has to gain all experiences. It just has to, or it's just going to feel like it's lacking something. And if it's lacking something, it's really important for you to understand how to recognize yourself and your power. When it comes to accepting our journey and accommodating our journey, you think that's a small thing? You think it's a small thing to accept something that you think you don't want? Or to even accommodate something that you think you don't want? You might say you don't want it, but why did your energy bring it to you? Just like I was talking in the session today that, I might be very, very different than my parents, but then there must be a reason why I'm there, right? And to what extent do I have the powers to really adjust and to understand everything? So when we learn about these internal powers that we possess as people, guess what? You start to naturally journey through life with a deep sense of understanding. We really do. And I feel that when you understand something, it's just automatic pilot. Okay, let's say, for example, I don't understand computers, right? But I just press the buttons. I know it gets Santosh very annoyed. I'm like, just press that button. He's like, no, don't press that button. And he's like, he knows like the system inside out. But I keep telling him, most of these gadgets are made for people like me. I don't have to rebuild the system. I have no interest in rebuilding the system. Just tell me 1, 2, 3, how to use it. And then once I get comfortable with it, then from that place, I start to explore. But sometimes people want to go in and figure it out before they even know how to use the thing or to even bond with it or have a relationship with it. When Antonia had first showed me iMovie, and I was like, oh, that is so cool. And once I kind of felt it, then after that I started to experiment on what does that mean? Or how do I pull that over here? And then it started to become easy. I think life is a lot like that. Get accustomed to the simple things and easy things and begin to feel comfortable with that. And make yourself okay in as many ways as possible, just to keep, I don't know, finding that sweet spot in your life that you can accommodate and accept more. So I want to take you on a little journey, a meditation of the power to accommodate and accept, and just think about the things that I've just shared. Huh? Okay.
The power to accept. I visualize the swirling of a turquoise energy. It's as if I feel great relief. I experience this energy like the power of water in a river that flows within me. As it flows, it sweeps away everything that prevents me from being authentic, free and complete. What has been painful or has made me feel unhappy. But as with water in the hands, it's gone. I accept all which has happened to me or will happen will be lived this way. Nothing is permanent. Everything has a cycle. There is a beginning, a climax, and an end, which allows me to rise again and learn from the situation. All of us are actors in an endless play. Each actor has a role to play. Therefore, I accept with wisdom what may happen. And consequently accepting that, all has to flow. My character, my transformation, those with whom I relate, what surrounds me. Everything has its own rhythm, and a very profound attitude of authentic respect for myself appears. For those who surround me, for what's going on. Because although I may not believe it, everything happens for the best. And then acceptance fills me with trust, with confidence, with assurance, even when I would otherwise feel unsafe and uncertain. My steps are strong from the flow of my own being, and I see beauty and opportunity, the signs of learning and wisdom. I am truth, confidence, creativity, love. This is the power to accept. Feel the power.
Take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in deeply and exhale. Breathe in again and exhale. And let us just sit for a while together and allow those thoughts to come from that place of stillness inside of you. What's coming up for you? The more I listen to the silence within, the more I can see me. And when I see myself and I understand myself, I can see you. And I'm able to understand you. Understanding who we are doesn't happen overnight, but it unfolds day by day, as different events come in front of us and reveal certain things about who we are or who we can be. But it's in this practice of stillness or introspection that becomes the real gift and gives us real insights into our lives. It shows us who we are. And whether it's pain that's trying to help you to see what you've been missing, or it's love that gives you the permission to be as free as you want to be, it's still all a part of you figuring yourself out, little by little, moment by moment, bit by bit. So, it's all good, right? So let's see who's the clan on tonight before we go into our last meditation. Brother Umesh, it's been such a long time. How is Meena Ben? And hope you all are doing safe and well. Please feel free to reach out. It's been a long time. Denise, Kathy, thank you for putting the comments in some of our YouTube programs. It's nice for the engagement and we really appreciate. Remember, I hope the company is doing well. Your wonderful mailing package company with all those wonderful trinkets that you put in your packaging is so lovely. Kathy O'Connor, Abizan, Om Shanti Abi, always good to have you. Samantha, thank you for contributing towards the camera. We deeply appreciate that. Thanks so much. We really appreciate it. So thanks for the love. Louise, Om Shanti, Bharti Ben, when are you going to bring us our Toli? Om Shanti. Bryn, always nice to have you. Sudha, Praveen Bhai, Jennifer Scott, Lund. Hi Asmita, we're missing you. It's time for you to come back to America. Barbara Goodman, Om Shanti. Dhiraj, nice to see you on, and Marissa Lopez. Nancy O'Neill, Minakshi, blessings to you. Nita and Geeta, unlimited blessings, unlimited pure wishes. Annette and sweet little angel Divyani, lots of love, lots of blessings. Tarlika Joshi, I don't know if I've seen you before on, but welcome. Nice to have you, Tarlika. Kailash Ben, Om Shanti, Nikhil Kumar, Shobha, Indu. Indu, thanks for looking out for us too with the camera, so lots of love. Kailash is saying, very good story, and you still remember. It must have touched your heart. You know what? I was just sharing with them, Kailash Ben, with the brothers. There were two stories growing up that I remember so clearly. That Roman holiday and the nun story, which is funny. It also starred Audrey Hepburn, Kailash, And both of them are so connected to the life that I'm living today in a very unique way. They both reveal a lot of the person that I am today. They always say the things that you watch or choose to watch is something in your nature. It's a part of your personality that is either in you or will definitely somehow emerge in you. That's why I'm so cautious about like horror movies or things like that. Like I go, I don't want to put that in my consciousness, you know. I like stories that give me meaning or make me laugh. Once in a while, give me a James Bond moment. I don't mind that either. You know, because I feel like sometimes being a superhero for the world. All right, so Kailash, so Denise, it's all good. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. So it's okay, huh? Everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's taking good care of themselves. And I want you to think about this, that each step along the way, with each interaction with a person, or any choices that you make, if you're paying attention, and if you're truly listening in silence, it's going to help you to see yourself clearer. It's not ever been about the destination, even though that's what we were told what success is. But it was really always about the way you've traveled, the kindness that you gave to others, the respect that you've given, even if they didn't respect you. When I was in my 20s, I encountered a really rough person, and they were not very kind to me, nor were they at all respectful. But I used to always remember saying, but my good deeds won't go to waste. No matter what they did or said or didn't do or shouldn't have done, I go, but my good deeds, there's no way I'm going to believe in what they're telling me, or no. My good deeds won't go to waste. And I think that's really important for us to understand our journey in life. I think sometimes we get so distracted because of what we endure in relationships. Somebody says this, didn't say this, did this, didn't have done, unfaithful, disrespectful, harsh. Yeah, I get it. It's not nice. But who am I here? Am I them? Which means, is that the movie I'm going to keep watching? Or am I going to be the real me that God wants me to be? I was telling you the other day, you know, or you hold up a glass of water and for 20 seconds you're fine. You hold up the glass of water for an hour, kind of feel like your hand's getting a little weird. You keep holding that glass of water for a month. It's like, wait, now you're going to get really cramped up and you're going to start to feel really bad. You hold that glass of water for a year, the glass of water will not change its weight, but guess what? You would have gone through so many changes, carrying that weight with you for so long. The glass of water did not change, but you holding on to that same issue, same situation over and over again changed you. And that's happened to a lot of us over the years, that we've held on to a lot of negative things, and it has changed us. The next normal, meditation, Raj Yoga, these sessions together, it's about you believing in yourself and saying, I'm done. I know some people, they're holding on to stories that are from another lifetime and they don't even know. They're so comfortable living in just whatever they are. And it's still a holdback. I am holding on to stories of my past. And I can feel how it's holding me back. But little by little, I keep putting in the thoughts, come on, get over it, move. This isn't you. Look, be soul conscious. Remember Baba. Go to God. Come on. God's love will melt all of that recording of the misunderstanding of yourself. And so the more you go inwards and talk to yourself with that love and respect, and you talk to God, and you find the right kinds of people to befriend, and you journal, and you decide to drop that glass of water because you're done feeding that old thought, that old event, that which didn't work out for you. And you start to accept, you know what? Soul is here to live, to love, to smile, to be happy. Why am I holding on to this garbage? Acha? Just looking forward to our ability to just settle and be just really good. You know, like, I'm good. I'm good. Let's go into a beautiful meditation on peace. And why don't we end the night, since it's so nice and intimate and simple this evening, and just cozy. Just do a nice meditation now with Sister Denise on peace, and think about your life and where it's going and what you need from it. Or if you go deep into silence, Baba will signal to you what you are and who you will become. And just become addicted to that. Channel your energy into that dimension. And I don't know, 2021 will be amazing. Okay? Alright, so let's do a meditation right now.
Let go of the outside. Everything you can see, hear, and feel. Allow yourself to simply let it be what it is, and let go of it. The second step, turn within and connect with the deepest part of yourself, the soul, the still, silent core of your being, whose essence is peace. The third step is to turn the mind upward and beyond, and connect with the eternal, immeasurable, infinite source of beautiful, sweet peace. We start at the physical level. Check that your body is balanced and you're sitting comfortably, and then gently allow yourself to let go, to disconnect from everything that is around you in the everyday material world. What you see, what you hear, what you feel, let it be, and let yourself detach. And as you do this, you find yourself naturally oriented to an inner space. Turn the mind within and allow yourself to feel and connect with that subtle point of light that is the self, the soul. I, the soul, am deeply peaceful. I am essentially still, quiet, and silent. I allow myself to feel this essence, this core of my own soul. This is what it's like to be me. Peaceful, quiet, tranquil, serene. I am steady in this state, and so I move my mind upwards and beyond. Letting everything to do with the here and now merge, and I shift into a broader, more universal space. It is a world of light beyond the universe, and there I encounter the source, the beautiful point of infinitesimal light, yet infinite peace. An ocean merged in a point. I am focused, I am connected, and from that point the waves of deep peace wash gently over me. And I am filled with that power of silence, that extraordinary feeling of total peace. It fills me completely. It overflows and extends into the vast distance. I become like a conduit. The peace flows into me from that tiny point and becomes a huge ocean of pure, peaceful feelings that I can direct so that it encompasses the whole world. And the whole world can feel that subtle, beautiful, and sweet peace that it craves so deeply. I hold this state for a while. Totally focused. And then gently I withdraw myself back into my essence, back into the day-to-day world. But still, that peace is with me, spreading like an atmosphere around me. Om Shanti.
everyone. It's Sister Jenna from America Meditating Radio. I hope you've been enjoying Wiseish, which you can get live on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube from 8:30 a.m. to 8:45. But you can also get it on demand 24/7. It's going to be your power boost for the morning. It's your daily dose for the soul. It's just going to encourage you to make the day that much more valuable. So join us. Looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful.